We're live. So last week we talked about transportation, sliding boards, elderly needing assistance, midnight snacks, all thing elderly care. We also talked about some oxtail and some lamb, pickled cucumbers. So this is Connecticut Housewives. Oh, I can't hear you. Let me see. Let me turn off this music. Let's see if that will make a difference here. Hopefully you heard me. Did you hear me? I cannot hear you this week. uh, so I was saying while my sister's working on her volume thing, um, we talked about everything elderly care, transportation, sliding board, which helps you to get your elderly person from their car from their car seat or from their wheelchair into the car. And we talked about all things elderly care assistance, midnight snacks. We talked about oxtail and lamb, cooking it, pickled cucumbers, virtual assistants, because we both need a virtual assistant. And and so this week, I know we had a list of things that we wanted to talk about also. And yeah, so we're just two sisters from the state of Connecticut. She's now living in Texas. I'm living in Connecticut. And we talk about children care, elderly care. Um, we might throw a couple of scriptures in there. We might even pray out loud. You just never can tell what's going to happen here over on the Connecticut Housewives. So how you doing, sister? Can I hear you? Can you hear me? You can hear me. Well, where's your speaker that you had from last week? Connect it? See if you can connect it. Okay. All right. So she's working that out, and I'm seeing if there's anybody over in the chat. If you come into the chat, tell us where you're from or where you're watching us from. And oh, I know you see me now. Can you hear me now? Okay, you can hear me. I can't hear you. Let's see. So we should be streaming live on Facebook over at Nubia, Nubia. Where's our names? And we also should be streaming live on YouTube. So the sun is out loud and clear over here in Connecticut. And if I turn that way, you'll see lines from my blinds on me. So I turned the camera the other way. So now you see my little nice vanity stand behind me. Woohoo! My first time doing it from that angle. So yeah, so just hang in with us. We usually hang out here for about 45 minutes to an hour. And my sister, you looking cute with your hair out and your pink sweatshirt on today. Can you not wear? You know what, y'all just gonna have to never miss a comment. Click. Oh, did I just do that? Display it on the screen. I love it. We're over 50 guys, over 55 even. So you never can tell what button we're going to hit if we stay live, if we disconnect ourselves. We just don't know over here because we're just doing the dang thing no matter what. It's showing you that you can go live. You can do these things even when you're over 50, over 55 even. So let's see. She's trying to send me a message here. It says, I don't know, screenshot that and send it to me. Oh, so you can't hit yourself off mute? Let's see here. Adjua camera. Who just jumped in? I don't have you on mute over here. I don't know what once I clicked your screen in, I did the same thing I did last week. Let me do this thing here. I don't want to hide you. I want to keep you there. Whoever's in the chat, hang in there with us because we're all about the technical What? Oh my gosh, that's mother and mother and daughter. Thank you, mother and daughter, and Miss Tanzania, our Miss Tanzanian friend. Yeah, see, y'all two over there should be doing the mother-daughter thing because we're two sisters and we still ain't figured it out. And this is probably our probably 6 months. And every week we have a technical difficulty, but you know what we do? We keep on pushing on. Hi. So if you guys can hear us, put a 1 in the comment for us because like I said, I feel like I'm going solo today. My sister may have to log out and come back in. I don't know. She can hear me, but I can't hear her. Send that link that I sent you, Adjua, to your phone and maybe go live on your phone. I'll be knowing, but we do elderly care, and I am so glad to see our friend. Thank you, Miss Holly. She says shalom, and hopefully Miss Sasha doesn't mind me calling her Miss Sasha. And then of course our friend in Tanzania, man, we just need to have a live session, and then all those who can hear me just come on in. If she wasn't my sister, I'd fire her, but I can't do that. Oh, but like I said, we just be talking all things elderly care. Oh, thank you. Okay, so Sasha can hear me. I don't know what's happening, Miss Adjoa. But last week I showed my yeah, you can hear me, but I can't hear you. But I need to hear you. Call me on your phone. We be figuring it out. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Yes. Oh, so if you're watching, look, girl, look at this thing streaming across the thing. Like, comment, and subscribe. I got that part down, right? Got that part down. So let me see. Let me see if I can go back over here and say, where are all my little ticker things? They just be deleting themselves or something. I don't know. Remember that class we had, Miss Sasha and our friend, the first instructor. I won't mention names because I don't have to. They taught us how to use Restream. So that's what it was nerve-wracking to try and use Restream before, but now that I'm paying $20 a month, you best believe I'm gonna figure this junk out. So that's where I am on that. So I'll just add a new one. This is called, girl, are you trying to call me? Call me. Cause we need to hear your voice. Cause welcome to, if they decide to do a real syndicated show, they're gonna have to pay us for this name. It's my sister. All right, girl.
Girl, I should be so fired.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'll go out and come back in.
Do all your mutes. Mute yourself on. Yeah. I don't want you to leave me. Don't leave me. I'm sure there's a song for that, because her and I be singing a song for everything.
Oh.
What's the song?
So I just muted the laptop, but I can hear you on my phone.
Okay, so that's better, because now you're not going whoo, 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 whoo.
And you know what? Thank you for being so gracious. So you know that all the technical difficulties are on my end, but you are so gracious. God bless you. God bless you, sister.
Look, y'all. I'll be getting ready. Like, my husband leaves the house at like 12 o'clock on the dot, majority of the time, from our Connecticut end. And then I'm like running around. From then, I'm like getting my snack, taking my shower, doing my hair, setting up the computer. And then I call her 15 minutes before the hour. And I'm sending all kinds of signals. You ready? You ready? You got your stuff? She said, oh, girl, I'm setting up now. I'm like...
So, you're right. And I have to give it... For the first hour before 11 o'clock, I said, okay, you know what? It's 11 o'clock. We got one more hour. Yeah. And so then I said, well, let me go ahead and just do one last thing. I'll just go ahead and renew my TSP. See that we're going on vacation at some point, sometime soon. So let me just go ahead. And then before I know I get a phone call, almost ready?
On my way now. I said, "Hello," and I send her big time grace, because she's taking care of our father. We if you're first time here, we share the responsibility of taking care of him. He would come here. He was living that soft life, because he was like living in Connecticut during the summertime, and then we would fly him back to Texas for the wintertime, so he could stay nice and warm in the wintertime. And then it got to where his health, the last time I had to fly him out there, and he had to stay because he can't fly back and forth, and he needs a lot more assistance. So my sister takes care of him on a daily basis. He's been in and out. We can't even count. I mean, he probably broke the record for going in and out of the hospital this year alone. And how many surgeries? Probably over 3 or 4 surgeries. And I flew to Texas twice. So sister, you get all the grace. You're getting all the grace, because you are doing the dang thing. He was in the nursing home, and he was looking all sad. He wasn't eating. He was doing all those things. And so she does have assistance. We got to say that with the lifting and the moving and the maneuvering of our father, because my sister can't be doing those things, and she knows that she can't do those things.
Correct. So it's so funny because the person on Saturday, she had an emergency, so she didn't show up. And so I couldn't be upset when I found out what it was, but I'm thinking, daggone, what if I actually had somewhere to go on that Saturday? I mean, I did, but I mean, it wasn't like I couldn't change or do later on. you know? So that was one. And then today, the gentleman that's supposed to be here that came in on Thursday didn't come today. And the phone went directly to voicemail. I'm thinking, I hope he's okay, but rude, and that's strike two.
Mm-hmm.
But they did bring a nice lady out, and she's upstairs right now, helping Pop. So I am grateful.
Awesome.
Which means that, which also means I'm going to tell myself, which means I have no excuse because someone is actually here.
Hey, we ain't got to go there. We ain't got to go there.
They say,
but
tell the truth, shame the devil, right?
But can you get a dog walker? Can you hire a dog? Just Jesus. Can you just hire a dog walker between the hours of So it's 1:00 p.m. of course Eastern time, and it's 12:00 Central time in Texas.
Can you see my bookshelf in the back?
I can see a bookshelf.
Can you see that at the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
Oh, I saw it before I left. When I was there, and I forgot to tell you, she
no.
Yes, yeah. When I was there in July, August.
No way, Jose.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, because you went on vacation. I went to visit to take care of Daddy, and I walked in the room for something, and everything was like, all her books were like this.
But I was so surprised to come in here and see it. Like, what the world? And I probably didn't see it until September or something.
Yeah, and I forgot to tell you. I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, that did happen because you was trying to move Daddy out of the apartment. I started packing up the boxes before I had to get on the plane. So there's been a lot of stuff going on, y'all. You keep watching. By the time we reach next year, the end of this year, we're gonna be professionals.
Okay, so
we're gonna be professionals up in here.
So right, exactly. So, but did I tell you? I know we have other things to get into, but let me just tell you. So the facility that Pop came, the skilled nursing, he came out of, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So remember all the issues that I had with them, as far as complaining about the laundry being, coming up missing and
Yeah.
And did not, his basket being full and having no clothes in the closet and stuff like, this stuff that can happen, So I actually needed him for this upcoming trip whenever we get ready to go. And so I tried to get him to go back.
Jesus. Go ahead. They were stealing clothes and all that.
Keeping in mind, they had to reimburse me for the clothes that were missing. I complained about, the laundry, so I ended up doing the laundry myself. I put the surveillance camera in his room just because I was just stinking fed up.
Now, does that sound like a Connecticut housewife? That sounds like you should. Can there be a Black Karen? Can we be Black Karens? Because
well, first of all, my husband said the same thing. Okay, Black Karen. I said, you know what? I said, well, God forbid I ever have to go into a place. I want my kids to be Black Karen. Okay, they can be. I think they're authorized. Don't just send me to any old Timbuktu and let them do whatever. I know, man. So that happened. So,
by the way, her husband's Mexican, so if he's calling her Black Karen, he knows what he's talking about. I authorize that. He knows what he's talking about. Go ahead.
First of all, some days I'm pretty sure he's blacker than all of us. All of us are on this stuff, grafted in.
So all the things that she said, she's washed her own clothes, she did, and now she got to call up and say, "Hey, I'm going on vacation. Can y'all watch my dad for 7 days?" They're like, what they said? They said,
No. It gets worse. Okay, so they got the request last week, right? Actually, no, it's probably about a week or two ago. So now I'm like, okay, sometimes don't worry about it. Sometimes they're a little delayed and whatever, but no problem. But she told me last week. Ha indeed, right? So I said, okay, well, time is getting really close. So I called them on probably Tuesday or Wednesday last week, and I called just at 5 o'clock or 4:57, and she was gone for the day. We have one finance person gone for the day. So maybe that was Wednesday. So I skipped to Thursday because I had the lady that answered the phone put a sticky on her door to call me, the next day, which was okay. So it was Tuesday. So I called on Tuesday. Sticky on door. Wednesday is supposed to be waiting for a phone call. I said, okay, I'm not going to be super anal. So So on Thursday, no phone call on Wednesday. No phone call. Okay, no phone call on Thursday. So I called on Friday during work hours. And they said, "Oh, she's not here. She doesn't work. She's not here. She's actually off today." This is Friday of last week. Okay. by now I'm already like revisiting all the things that have occurred over there within the last time frame, them forgetting appointments and me fussing about just so many things, right? So so already my spirit's telling me, but I'm like, oh, surely it's gonna be okay. So I call on Monday, which is yesterday. And I said, I got a hold of her, and she said, "Oh yeah, we're
about that thing.
There's a matter of the finances. Keeping in mind, I was supposed to be doing some paperwork to get the Medicaid squared away, but I had to remove. They want you to have a certain amount of income, and in order for me to do that, why am I getting small? My
Go ahead. I'm sorry, you're talking, and I'm just experimenting. Go ahead, keep talking.
Okay, gotcha. So long story short is there was a finance issue because the Medicaid was supposed to cover the time that he was actually there, but long story short was all my paperwork hadn't been submitted yet because I was waiting for the insurance stuff, and the insurance takes a sweet time. Even when you send them an envelope that says it's for expediting, and you pay for the expedition, and you still have to wait. So by the time I got the paperwork back, it's like the beginning of October, and they were wanting this in August, right? So I got it back. So between them not getting what they needed for the Medicaid to pay the portion that was actually owed, and then me saying, "Okay, I have it. Send it to you now." She said, "Oh, we had a conversation last week about the case, and they had already decided that they weren't going to take them." I said, but I didn't talk to anybody last week.
Yeah, who did you have the committee call with? Y'all, elderly care. This ain't no joke. Sasha, take notes, because by the time your mother and all of us it's time for us, we got to have this all situation taken care of.
Right. So they had a meeting last week, and the answer was no. So but she made me hopeful on Monday, saying, we're gonna go ahead and give a phone call to the owner." I said, well, yeah, we'll go ahead and pay. We'll pay X amount of dollars, when we drop them off, and then we'll pay X amount of dollars, Expedia, good chunks of money to pay it off by a certain time frame. So she said, okay, I'll call you back by lunch, she says. So lunch comes, and she actually called me back around lunchish. I was like, well, doggone, because I was trying real hard not to call, And so she called and said, waiting on the owner. The owner hasn't decided, da-da-da. So I got a phone call this morning because I was going to call them. But just as I'm getting ready to call them, I get a phone call from the company that set up all the paperwork for this facility.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "Oh, I got a phone call." They said, "No, they're not going to be able to take Mr. Fisher at this time."
Wow.
So now I'm thinking, and I had already called another place that he was already in before, an hour away, that I took him out because. I would come and he was wearing the same clothes every time. Not every time, but a lot of times when I come. So, not to mention it was an hour away, and I had to go like 3 or 4 times, in a week. Now, 2 to 4 times in a week, and that's a lot. An hour down, an hour back. You spend a whole half a day there. So, long story short, is they don't do the care that we're asking for, and it's a short period of time. So I was like, oh my Lord. And just as I still held out hope upon hope. I pulled out if I had a phone book that had all the places that I needed, I would have said I pulled out the handy phone book, but I went to Google. I started Googling places. But I got a phone call back from the lady that facilitated the estate, and she said, we found a place. I'm like,
whoa.
She gave me the name. Thank you, Lord. And she gave me the name. So I said, well, how many stars?
Why? Does there, okay. I'm afraid.
So she says, well, I don't know. She said, but yeah, they're actually wanting some people to come for a respite. So this is where we're going to put them. So I said, what's the name? So I said, well, 1 minute. I'm keeping in mind, I'm preparing my dinner this morning, as far as preparing the food, prepping it to make tonight because I didn't cook last night. So yeah, so
you're practically an empty nester besides Daddy. Go ahead.
So I got on the internet and looked it up. I said, oh, 4 stars. Okay. It's not as nice as the one that told me no, but all I can say is that they can Papa, and it's 4 stars. I don't let him go anywhere I wouldn't go myself.
Mm-hmm.
So Yeah, so I'm excited. They're actually going to take him. I'm waiting for a phone call back, and it is like 12:21 here. I'm thinking, where's my phone call? So I might have to call them just to verify the verification, and all that good stuff. But it's been really, really interesting.
Well, make sure you send the address to me with all your siblings and then your kids in case there's I know you know that already. Oh.
Exactly.
Look, yeah. I hadn't been to Texas. You've been there. If my son's about to turn 18 next week, you've been out there for 18 years. And I went out there twice in 18 years and then 2 more times just in this year. Just in this year. Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway.
And much appreciated.
Yes.
And your father loved to see you happy, smiling face.
Yeah.
High five, Nubia.
High five. So I want to know what the name of Miss Sasha's new book. If I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I know she's working hard on a book. Look, this system might need your help. I might need a all I have to do is a paragraph. I got asked to do a paragraph, and I might need to hire Miss Sasha or something. Where's that cup of coffee we were supposed to have? But tell us the name of the title of your book and how that's coming on. We might have to have you interview you on our little show here, and what Miss Holly tell us what you got going on, and also our dear sister, daughter of the Most High, when she stops buffering, tell us what you got going on. What's the weather in Tanzania like today? But find your piece of paper and talk about what else, the other things we were supposed to talk about today.
So
my problem is I have like this notebook and this notebook and this notebook. I am like a notebook fanatic.
I know. She's related.
Okay, Miss Sasha said that she doesn't have a title yet, but she's working on it. Girl, I need to come and just sit in the room with you and just rub on Miss Sasha. I just need some of that. I just need some of that black girl magic. That's what I need. Like and my paragraph was due like, like right now or last 2 weeks ago, somewhere around that time. But it's all fine.
No.
Yeah, I need to learn how to do. If anybody out there knows how to do lead magnets and know how to do a funnel, so you can take your book that you have and attach it into a funnel, then let me know. So I need some help with that too.
Do we ever talk about the minding my own black business? Because I have it written down here for some reason.
And that's a scripture. Where's the scripture for that? There's a scripture for that. It says minding thy own business, but we just kind of threw in there minding my own black business. But you know what, you was asking me some questions and I forgot. And you said, have you ever heard of she said, haha, send it over. I'll look it over. Girl, I got to write the words down first. Yes, all the black girl magic. I need all the black girl magic right now.
And I have not bothered you in at least 3 or 4 days, so I know it's not me.
I know. It's look, okay. We hardly ever talk about natural disasters, but girl, look, Jesus ain't playing. He ain't playing. He's coming back. We know that, and he ain't playing. For him to make a path, I'm just gonna say it. Wait, okay. This is how I'm gonna preface this. First, let me read what Daughter of the Most High says. It is beautiful here. It's beautiful here in Tanzania, and it's getting hot. It's spring now. She's fixing to come back to the States and end the end of this month. What state are you gonna be in, girl? Because we might have to take a trip. You ain't gonna land in the United States and me not try to drive to Maryland or somewhere to see you.
She's probably coming to Texas.
I think she said she's like Maryland area, whatever, Baltimore, whatever it is. I think that's what I think that she remembers saying. But I'll preface this story off by saying, so her and I are both veterans. Anybody else that's a veteran or you pop in later, welcome to all veterans. We love you. Stay-at-home moms, homeschool moms, all those type of things, fall in all those categories. So I just learned how to tap into all the different resources that the Veterans Services has. Like, so you can get new glasses. And look, these glasses are funky fresh. They may be all scratched up because I have to learn how to put them in a case. But as a veteran, you get a brand new pair at least once every 2 years, something like that. Do you know?
I think you get your eyes checked every 2 years, but you can get glasses once a year.
Something like that. So these are really cute. I mean, when we were in basic training, man, the glasses were ugly. They was round and they were just black. And what we call them?
Yeah.
We call them birth control.
Oh,
In the Air
yes,
Force,
we did.
we call them birth control.
Oh.
Yes.
Prince
yes.
George's County in Maryland. Okay.
See, I might have to slither in and slither out because we have relatives right there on the Prince George County.
Girl, we don't slither.
Girl, I'm saying we can't just go in there. We got to like go under the radar. Under the radar. Because we got relatives in there.
So she's part of that. She's part of that DMV. I learned that like last year this year.
Yeah, DMV. Yeah. So my story. So being a veteran, my sister, she has some chiropractic sessions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My mom, my brother, blah blah blah. Sorry. And I tried it, but man, I said to the man, I said, look, I have people that I know who've been to the chiropractor, and my mother said, don't go too often because then you start to build up calcium between your bones or whatever. I said, I'm going in there. Don't be doing no snap, crackle, pop on me. He said, excuse me? I said, you heard me. Don't do no snap, crackle, pop. Just adjust me gently. I don't want to hear. I don't want. So he was really mild, and he gained my trust. And by the sixth or seventh session out of 8, he said, you know, I can feel that. If you just let me adjust you. He did that. Let me tell you, this shoulder has not been the same. I've been like, I'm walking like that, like for the last, So anyway, so now the military gave me some massage sessions. Mm-hmm. So I was telling her, okay, concentrate here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so while I'm waiting, and how do I talk? I don't hardly talk. I'm like, just do the session and let me go and get on out of here. But she started talking about the natural disasters. I was like, oh Lord. And I said, yeah. She said, Florida. I said, yeah, my husband showed me some pictures. The water was busting through the windows and just crazy natural stuff,
Yeah.
And then I said, yeah. And then I said that in North Carolina. And she said, yeah, have you ever been to Asheville? I said, ma'am, Asheville is a sundown town. She said, what does that mean? I said, if you're a person of color, you ain't showing up in no Asheville. She says, oh, what? I said, oh, yeah, it still exists. It still exists. Like if you in that town after sundown.
So, they used to have what they call a green book or some kind of book that would tell you towns you can go to.
Right.
So I wonder if green book actually had towns that tell you don't go here, don't go here.
Right.
Like, how'd you know what was a sundown town? Did I tell you what happened to me in Tennessee when years ago when I was young and dumb?
No. And the green book, for people who don't know, green book was a book of places that you could stay in with other folks of color and you'd be safe along the path from north, south, wherever, east, west. And so they had all these places located, and you had to, so if you knew, you knew.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Sasha said, that's a note for me. Exactly. Right. But the lady said, so have you ever been to Asheville? I said, heck to the no. And she was in shock. My husband said, did you really say it to her? I said, I absolutely. I said, because each one teach one. If you don't know, I want people to know that these places still exist. And
if you don't know, now you know. But I did not know that when I was younger and had my, when the first two were young, I would go to any church that if you said you were a child of the Most High God or whatever, I didn't know that you had different kind of God, what I'm saying? So I would go anywhere. And so I called my husband one time and told him, oh yeah, I'm in such a town in Tennessee. He said, what? He said, you come home. Get out of here. And I had no idea. We're all la, 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 la land from Connecticut, right? You go anywhere you want to, no issue, Northeast, whatever, New England. But I'm not saying that they don't have them. We just don't know about them, right? But down there, if he's aware, then red flag, right?
Yeah, if your husband is aware, Mr. Mexican, if he's aware.
He said, get your tail home.
Get my kids in the car.
Get yourself and my children home. Yeah, so sundown towns is a real thing. First of all, I can say growing up, I grew up in some kind of bubble because I didn't even realize there was a Black national anthem until I was like in the military and like.
I know. I was in your bubble. Sister. We was in the same bubble.
So,
and thinking that, and see what people don't understand, we a lot of people, we all love unadulterated. We love unconditionally. But not
That's
everybody's
right.
not. But not everybody else's love flows that same way towards us. And then they still call themselves a child of God and a Christian. So
Mhm, mhm.
you know, you know,
And the good thing is, it's not us that's going to be judging. So long story
God
short,
is not playing.
I'm just going to love everybody.
Mm.
You know.
I
So
like your little pink sweatshirt today. I like that.
yes.
And so, what does it say?
Mhm.
Active,
Faith.
active faith. Okay, I love it. Active faith. Yeah.
Amen.
So the other thing that, and and I also told the lady yesterday when she was doing my massage that I put everybody on the prayer list. That you don't want to see anybody. That's calamity, and
Yeah.
we're humans. Nobody.
Mhm.
Some of the stories that you're hearing, a gentleman, their house was floating down. The wife was still in the house. She reached out the window to pass the baby, and when he took the baby, he went like this, and he went back to get her, and her in the house went down the.
Jesus.
So that's compassion. You gotta
Mhm,
love and pray for every people, all people. Yes,
mhm, mhm.
yes, Lord of the Most High, the Black National Anthem. We did. I think that our church at one time, when we got older, actually finally
Mhm.
sang it at
Right.
a
Well, I think we may even sang it at church, but we just didn't know what it was. Like I
right,
didn't know
right,
that.
right, right.
So yeah, the what do you call it? The lyrics? Not the lyrics, but the melody sounded familiar when I
Let
heard it.
every voice lift every
Yeah.
voice. See, we still don't even know all the words.
This every voice and sing, yeah. But long story short, I had no idea. You know who sings that song really well is Andra, not Audra, but Andra. What is her name? She sings that song. Also, Tasha Cobbs sang that song, but
Oh,
Andra Day, is it Andra Day or Audra Day?
I don't know. You gotta make me look the song up. I don't know. We're gonna have to play it.
Oh, sings that song so beautifully.
Yeah. Yes.
And when you listen to the words, I mean, that's like that should be just period the national anthem, or or I love the fact that I don't know what football team was playing. They actually played both, which I like. They played the national anthem and they played the Black national anthem, and it's like I don't even. They shouldn't even have to call it.
There
Black
shouldn't have to
national
be a
anthem.
differentiation, but we still
Right.
live in America. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know you and I we pretty much keep it very Christianly and very whatever, but sometimes you just can't.
Yeah.
It is all about each one teach one. It really, really is.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
But the other thing is that you found the list, but what before I forget my thought, because they said that the path of where the hurricane and all that was going, or tornado, tornado,
Yeah.
hurricane,
Hurricane.
that it actually was hitting some of those cities that were the sundown towns.
My God.
And
God.
so anyhow,
What you say?
and the other thing that's horrific that I told the lady who was doing my massage, that a week or two or some days just before that storm went through there, a black man was either a UPS man, Federal Express, one Amazon, one of those guys making a delivery through that town. Nobody told him. They found him hanging from a tree.
Please shut your mouth.
Just before that storm went through there. And the
Jesus,
lady was asking me. I said, "Ma'am, I don't have stuff like that memorized. You'll have to go and research it and Google it yourself." But true facts.
Well, that's like us being military. Help today, Lord. Right? Help today, Lord. But just like us being military, when Katrina hit, they were calling on the National Guard from everywhere. They were calling on active duty. They were calling on service members. I'll just say that service members. Mm-hmm. There were people of color helping people in Katrina.
Right.
Would not accept help from people of color. I'm thinking you are destitute here.
You're standing on the roof with water up to you.
Have time for racism. Help today, Lord. That's all you can say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's first of all, it's not you, Holly. It's just people with ignorance that were usually a lot of times bred that way. It's not judgment. Like I say, we're not judging. God's going to do that. So all you can do is pray for their souls and pray that they wake up.
And it says when God judges, when God takes revenge, whoa, step back.
Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, and He shall repay it. So did you finish your chiropractic, your massage, so your seven sessions story?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm finished. I am. Yeah. I finished it. Yeah.
So we were going to talk about products today, and you're going to do some unveiling of your product that you received.
Well, the big one didn't come yet. And I'm hoping that while maybe towards the end, I told my son, if that doorbell rings and you know I'm on a live with your auntie, you better bring that thing up the steps. Because, but our sister, who is our baby sister, she's still in her 40s, and she'll tell you if you go to her yet she evolves on TikTok, she'll tell you how old she is. But that's her business. But she sent these things over because we live down the street from her. My son walks the dog. We really do need to be getting some so we gotta. I might have to do this sitting in my car, and I want to. Yeah. I don't want to practice with it. I want to unveil it as I'm opening it because it's really loud. Yeah. So I want to try that, even though she said she sent it over for my girls. They're not even here, so I'm gonna try it. And then so that's the birdie, and I think it's for safety thing. It says carry this with you, make your mama happy. That's what that says. Yeah, right. So that's birdie. All right. And then we should put down, this is where we start to share our stuff. And then this one says Renfo smart tape measure. I don't know if I want to measure anything right now.
I saw that.
You did? Okay, so maybe I'll look. We should. I'll try it, and then I'll send it to you so you can try it or something.
Well, actually, I have that. I go to the trainer, and he prints out my BMI, which I'm not happy about. Oh, well, actually, I'm happier about my BMI than I am about my weight.
Okay, I keep moving my phone away. Like, why is this phone sitting here beside the thing open? I'm like, oh, that's her voice is in there. Again, y'all are hanging with us. We so appreciate you because we don't be knowing what we're doing over here. Okay, this is the exciting thing that Sasha and I learned about, and Miss Holly in our class. So I went to a session, and because I showed up to the session, they gave us a gift card. And so I bought this with my gift card. It's a little pin-on microphone that you can attach to your phone. Oh, yeah. I am so excited. This is more like the class that we started off with in the beginning, Miss Sasha, with the first teacher. And I love both teachers. Both teachers were doing very well. I'm not controversial like that. I ain't trying to call nobody out because it's not that important, Look, like again. But look, this is so exciting. So I'm unveiling it with you guys. So I'll be able to attach it to my phone. And then just, got this big old thing, I think you can take this off too. They gave us extra. I'm not going to try. Extra foam? They gave us like the regular black foam. And then if you're outside or whatever, then this keeps the wind from, making noise. Yeah. So it came with those, dandelions when it has a little, does it remind you of it? Yes. When you blow it. Yeah. And the things. So when Sasha gets her book, and she has a title, or even before then, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna practice these things, Miss Sasha. Yep, you and your mom. We need to have coffee, all of us. So there's that, and then this right here goes into my phone. It will go right down into this spot right here. This is called a C adapter, which is what I learned from my son. Stick it right in there. I'm telling you, I'm doing things. I'm doing things over here, girl. Where's your microphone? Where's your microphone? Where's your microphone?
So that's that one thing. I worked on it last night also, and I just said, forget it.
Oh, we're going to figure it out. So when I went to Texas, first of all, that's probably what happened to my arm. I can't tell my doctor. My son wasn't there with me, and my husband wasn't there with me. I had to carry my own suitcase, and it was heavy. And that's probably what pulled my arm out of socket. That's probably what happened. So, but anyway, I still had all my stuff in the bag, and I had a microphone. And because on the way back, because my luggage got lost, I had to buy new stuff, and my bag was overly packed on the way back. And so I left my.
Did you just have to buy new stuff with that closet up there?
Okay. Let me back up. Thank you. She said, those are awesome. I was with my mother. And my mother, you don't take my mother. You don't take Miss JF. Those are her initials. You don't take her into Target, Walmart. You don't take her into nowhere. What saying?
Bless.
You do not go into those stores with my mother because you're gonna come out with something that you had no intentions of purchasing. And my mother put all this stuff in her bag, and then I putting stuff in my cart. And then we got to the thing, and she ended up buying one thing. I bought like 5 things. I said, no. So what
other people's money.
One of us needs to go to jail. One of us needs to like. Something's wrong with this picture.
Like, stop spending.
Yeah. From security on aisle 5. Take away their charge cards. So this is what I also purchased. And yes, Sasha, these are the little miniature microphones for my phone, so I could talk on the outside, do interviews. And then this is the one stationary for my house. I'm so excited. I don't know. I don't know what this. I don't know if I like this little symbol thingy, but you know.
Okay. Yeah. So when I talked about the BMI, I'll just say that trying to get to the camera. In body. That's the printout that comes out, and it will show you everything you don't want to see.
Okay.
But need it. Okay. So what else? What's next?
Okay, so
yours white also, or is yours black?
Mine's black. I like that one. That one's so cute. But they didn't have that one anymore, and this one was like the least expensive one on the thing. So that goes to my little microphone thing. So I'll put that over there. Well, I mean, I like that one. That's why I bought it, but I had to leave it because I had no room in my suitcase. So I'm unveiling it piece by here it is. Here it is.
Got to put the stand on.
Yep. And you know what? We ridiculous. Holly and daughter of the Most High, y'all need to pray for us because we be buying stuff now and saving it for Tuesday. My husband's like, "You gonna open the package?" No, I'm not gonna open the package.
Mine says, "Stop spending." I said, "Well, okay." So that's a whole other thing. So he says, "Well, it's okay to spend." I said, "Well, we have to put a cap on what we spend." This the reason why he said that was because normally he's a TikTok guy, and I just watch all his packages come in. I don't normally like purchase anything from TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
Screwing it in.
It's not doing it. Oh, maybe there's a
maybe it's just tipped on it.
I don't know.
So I had a TikTok. What do you call that? The when you put all your things. Oh, cart. I had a TikTok cart, and I just put things in there.
So Mike,
finally, TikTok for how long? I just pushed that send button for my TikTok for the pay down.
Because all your information is already saved in there. One stop shop is what you're trying to say. Like on Amazon, you go in and you don't even have to put it in the cart now. You just hit one click and you bought the thing. You bought the thing.
And don't use your debit card. My husband said use your credit card. He said don't use debit.
Why?
Because it's easier supposedly to hack or whatever. If that was to happen, God forbid, whatever, don't use it. So
okay, so I have this piece, the wire, that piece, and then I have this piece. So hopefully, while we're talking, I can figure this thing out because
Right. Okay. So while you're figuring it out, I'm going to let me know if I can talk and show while you're doing that.
Go ahead, talk and show.
So I think I try something new every now and again. Like I said, I just went ahead and emptied out I see a little piece that goes in the center of it.
Go ahead, you keep talking.
So I decided that I was going to try some. It says that it gives you energy and focus. I'm going to try it right now. I had some last night. In fact, today I had energy at the wrong time. I'm not cleaning up this. I had cleaned up this. But then I was like, I was already tired before I chewed the gum, and then I had like this magic.
You bought the gum stuff?
I did. So that's the neurism.
Girl.
And it comes in like in a. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you got to send me some of that gum. You got to send me some of that gum.
So and it comes in. Well, he's got one for work. He's got one for here. I have one for here, and then one to go for the trip. But it comes in like a little. It comes in, and it had like 5 of these little packs in it.
All right, and how many's inside one pack?
6 packs. It has 6 packs in here.
And how many's inside?
And so, okay, and then I'll show you how it comes. So then you just kind of push and pull. Oh, snap!
This is so cute too.
And the gum comes in like round little circles.
Okay.
Like they have mint also, I believe. One of those companies has mint. And you just pop it in there on your foot. Gum.
Give me one.
Give me
one. I want one. Okay.
That's the program.
Okay. You have some milk? Look.
Yeah, I do. What do you have?
I was out the house yesterday, and you try to find a healthy snack somewhere between keto and carnivore.
chocolate almond, baby.
So, and it's not even like it's powder, like a chocolate powder, dark chocolate powder. Look. All right, now I gotta show. I love her. She said, "Y'all something else." Laughing out loud. Oh, I love that stuff. You know we love that stuff, right? Tell people what that is, because it's Sasha and her mom's first time here.
This is a Nandu, and it's actually an oral mouthwash. It's an oral rinse. Okay, and the ingredients of the gum and ingredients of the gum. Oh my glasses, Lord Jesus. So yeah.
Girl, now you know if mommy watches this thing, she's gonna tell you stop chewing like a cow.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, you know you say that to we say that to our kids.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can she see it?
You read it now. Just read it.
I just put on my glasses.
Oh, put it closer. I'll see. I got my glasses. Put it closer. I'll see if I can read it. Go closer, closer, closer. Too fuzzy, but she can pause. Even if she pauses it later on, no. You need to take a picture, a screen picture, and screen saver, and post it on TikTok. No, she can't. Oh, I see. Miss Daughter of the Most High can now get on TikTok. So I guess maybe Tanzania changed it around.
Welcome to TikTok.
Yeah, but look, I talk my husband into going into TikTok because there's a lot of people with good scriptures and good messages on there. She said, "No, I can't see it." And my husband, I'm sending him stuff the last few weeks. I said, "Did you get my stuff?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, what happened?" He said, "I'm not on TikTok anymore." I was like, "But you was on TikTok." He said, "Yeah, but it was a distraction." So I'm like, "Sweetheart, well,
hallelujah.
I know, but catch yourself from not. It's such an educational spot and easy for me to just forward stuff to him." She said, "No worries." Yeah. So my husband, he took himself off TikTok. So, I mean, I'm glad that he's showing great restraint because I know I need that restraint. There's a thing. There was a girl. Well, Tia and Tamara Mowry, those the twins.
Oh yeah.
One of them, she posted a picture of herself. Like you tell your kids and your family that you're going to bed, right? So let's pretend this is my cell phone. So you say you're going to bed. So then it really just means you're going to have some downtime. So you get yourself ready. You're in your room and you're like on your phone. And she said as soon as she hears her husband's footsteps, she's like. It was so funny, and everybody's like, "Oh, you coming from my whole life, and you tell my business." And so he said, "I know you're not asleep. The light is still on your phone." I did the same thing sometimes. My husband comes in, he's like, "Did you read your scripture yet this morning?" I'm like, "Honey, I know you're gonna say that, so I'm on my way to reading the scripture in the morning." Like, it's like, I'm glad that I got that. What? I'm glad that I had that man, but Lord, can I just get on my TikTok? That's better. But it's backwards. But let's see.
So
screenshot it, send it to me, and I can read it.
Oh, technology.
But then I don't want to hang up on you by accident. You might have to call me back.
Oh Lord.
So what else is on our list that we're supposed to talk about? No, I had to download the full app and not the light app. I got you.
Okay, so I talked about this already, right? It's the mouth rinse, right?
You sent me the picture?
I did.
Okay.
Of the gum.
Okay.
So I can tell you, Daughter of the Most High was in here. This one has, I can see the words are better. It says it's going to freshen my breath. It gives me spearmint. It gives me peppermint. It gives me, it looks like coriander.
Coriander?
Cardamom.
Uh-huh.
Fennel. It's got green tea. It's got cloves. It's got oregano. It's got vitamin D3, E, and K2. That's all in this thing.
All right.
And so, pretty neat, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if I can read what's in the other one without hanging up on her.
Okay.
All right. Keep the volume going that way.
I have like at least 3 more things.
Oh, go ahead. While I'm looking up here.
So I think we were also talking about how they were talking about radiation is bad, from your phones. People are putting them by their heads and
All right.
right?
You can't keep buying these things without sending me one of them. Something. It comes in a pack of 4. I saw it. I saw it on TikTok.
Actually, this is the they call it the Tandem Shield nanotechnology, right? It's got 6 silver pieces.
Okay.
So it comes in silver pieces.
So your husband, your oldest, Your baby girl.
5 kids and 2 grandkids. Girl, you gonna be down. You know I love you.
Don't even say that.
So this is what it is, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Okay, so keep going.
No, I don't want to keep going.
Okay, so look, it comes in like 6 little, looks like little medallions, like little plastic medallions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what you do, it lowers the radiation back down to like almost nothing. So I think it's radiation, but fact check me and see what it says. But long story short, it's going to protect you, from getting harmful.
And it lowered it down from like hundreds and hundreds or thousands to down to like 4 or 5. Right.
Yep. And so what I do is I took off my cover from my phone, and let me take your my name off. Okay, so I took it off and I put it down here. I just put it on the phone itself because I said put it on the phone. I didn't think of putting it on my husband put it on his case. I'm like pretty sure it's supposed to be on the phone. So I have to go back and see the videos to actually know where it's supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
No one had downloaded it. Okay, and so long story short was I put it on the phone itself, and then it actually still fits in the case. So
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. But yeah, and the price of it was pretty decent, and it actually looks like it actually has a little authentic sheet that tells you that it's a real deal, not like a fake knockoff, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think did we talk about the knobs? Was that you and I?
I don't know what that's about, but before you go into the knobs, I don't. You have to explain about that. Let me give her. This says that is the gum is vegan free, aspartame free, sugar free, gluten free, and it says that total carbs 2 grams, sugars 2 grams, vitamin B6 1.4 milligrams, 82%, vitamin B12 4.8 200%, L-theanine, natural caffeine 80 milligrams, and other ingredients: sorbitol, gum base, natural flavors, calcium, citrates, spirulina. Oh, that's good. Spirulina extract for blue color flakes, and sucralose. It does have some locus in it, some sucralose, monk fruit extract, steviol, and glycosides, gum arabic. So, yeah, contains 40 milligrams of caffeine per piece. Not recommended for children, pregnant or breastfeeding women, and persons sensitive to caffeine. So that's what that's all about. So Miss Daughter of the Most High. Yep.
So here's the quantum card that they actually send. Can you see it? And that's basically saying that this is an authentic, item and such and such and the other.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So we did the gum. We did the.
What's knobs? What's knobs?
Okay, so knobs is a toothpaste in a pill form. Okay, so because you learned that dental hygiene, our sister should be happy. It's dental hygiene. Right. So knobs is a toothpaste without the BS. Bad stuff, that's what I call it.
Okay. No bad stuff. Okay. Yeah, you said that. No bad stuff. You go ahead.
Go ahead. So I have not opened it up. But you put your mouth, you chew it, and you brush your teeth, and yeah. It's a little small little pill.
Okay.
You can brush your teeth anywhere. All right. Got a whole toothpaste.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna see some whitens and brightens and that kind of stuff. But at least I know that it's like toothpaste. Now, do you see these ingredients?
Wonder why I can't see. I have my glasses still on. Okay. I can't see with my glasses on. Oh, okay. Again, you have to take a picture of that.
So it looks like all kinds of healthy stuff. So let's see here.
Yeah, we're getting better at these conversations because it's already 1:55, so we got to start
my goodness. Why? Time is flying, isn't it?
I know.
Time is. I don't think they need to.
Okay, I haven't seen Miss Holly and Miss Sasha in a few minutes, but I love the fact that you just leave your computer on, just go vacuum, just go wash some dishes and stuff, just leave it on. We need to have people just stay on and watch it all the way through to the end, and we do appreciate anybody who jumps on and jumps off. Yes, and we understand that 1 hour is a long time for dedicate dedicating. But we do appreciate all y'all. Thank you to our sister too in Tanzania. This is the month that I was there last year. I can't believe it was just last year. It seemed like it was 2 years ago. And my son's about to turn 18 here, and he was 17 there. Turned 17 there. Yep.
Okay, so last but not least. Okay, so
Hallie's still there. Yay.
So this is actually don't even judge me. It's a mop soap. It's soap for your mop, and it smells like shampoo from a special spa.
I want to smell.
Okay, good stuff right here. So I cannot wait to use it. I actually got a special mop for it. It's like stop shopping. So, but at least it is for personal hygiene and for cleanliness, right? Let's go around. But I got one of those little mops that it's like a little plastic bucket, and it's got like one of those little spinny things in the inside. I'm thinking, now how's this? But when I put the stuff together, because you had to put the handle together on it, and it's like a little spinning dish that has looks like a strainer.
Okay.
But it doesn't move. So I'm like, how does it move? It's supposed to be spinning around. It's actually the handle of the mop. When you put it into that little strainer, you push down on it. It reminds me of one of those tops back in the day where you take a top and it will spin.
Yep.
It's got that same kind of concept on the handle. I'm thinking, what? I'm gonna mop today.
You'll have to show us a picture of what that looks like. Show us the picture. Not right now, but for later. But for later. Yep. So I guess we almost have to start wrapping it up, y'all. Thank you for popping in. I'm here just working. Okay, she's working. Thank you, Miss Sasha. We got our dedicated people here. There's some other people that are in the room too, but we don't see. They haven't commented yet, so we don't know who they are. But we do appreciate all who pop in and pop out.
I love them.
All right. See how it's a nice. It's just a nice cozy. It's just us. Don't tell anybody. I still haven't found my tooth. I can't find it.
You put in another napkin?
No, I haven't found it. I keep putting stuff in napkins and trying not to throw the napkins away. And so now you got to call me in the middle of the week and remind me to look for it. It's in a good place. I know that it's in a good place. It's just not in my mouth.
Right.
And I keep taking out my mouth because it doesn't feel comfortable to. If anybody out there has, a fake tooth or whatever, it doesn't feel comfortable to eat with it in my mouth. So I always try and take it out, very ladylike. And I put it in my pocket or something. Oh, she's going?
Yes. Have a blessed week in Jesus.
Thank you guys. Yes, we are about to leave in a little bit.
Yes. So the last thing is I don't know if I showed you this. You know that I tell my children I don't celebrate, Christmas. Christmas doesn't have the same meaning. Alamo neural. Am I missing an appointment? I'll call him back. Anyway, so long story short is we've lost the season. The season. The reason for the season is actually it seems like it's lost in translation now. All it is now is about money and this and this. So I told my kids that ask me for what you want throughout the year and my grandkids, and I'll get it for you. Pretty much I just don't want to be a subscriber to all of that shenanigans during the end of the year.
And it's not that we don't believe in Jesus. It's just that there's a lot of stuff attached to, the Catholic Church and all that kind of stuff. It's not,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. So, but they still celebrate. So I brought home for each one of my children a bulb for their Christmas tree because they still do that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And look what it says.
St. Vincent.
St. Vincent.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, it has a cute little ocean or whatever on it with some with a little bit of sand dollars on it. Mm-hmm. So just because I don't subscribe doesn't mean that they're not going to. So I mean, so long story short, I thought that was pretty neat. I know one for certain that my daughter and the grandkids, they actually, each year I think they actually find something different special to put on it. So I said, you know what, one for everybody, both done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely have. I know Sasha come on and talk about her book one day. Have Miss Holly just come on about just shooting the breeze, being a mother. She's around the same age as us, and then have Miss Lord of the Most High come on and talk about the holidays and what does she do to not celebrate them, or in Miss Holly said pretty. What does Daughter of the Most High do instead of celebrating Christmas. I know like right now this season is the Festival of Trumpets, and let me just reach my book up my calendar, because now I'm starting to write down all the festivals, which God said that he wanted us to not forget those and to always remember to. So the Feast of Trumpets was the 2nd through the 4th of October. 11th through the 12th was the Day of Atonement, which is coming up this weekend. And then the 16th through the 23rd. And then it depends on if you're following the Ethiopian calendar, the Ish calendar, or whatever. And that's supposed to be the Feast of Tabernacles, the Sukkot, where people go out and they would sleep in tents. And they would just kind of like soak in the Holy Spirit and fellowship and those type of things. But I'm learning more of those things as we move along. But yeah, so we'll have to, I think that Daughter of the Most High is kind of shy, but we'll have to get her on here talking about that, especially because holiday season's coming up and a lot of people get depressed and sad and all that kind of stuff around the season.
But that's what made me sad about it, was all the commercialism.
Yeah,
you know, everything that we hold dear and you know, is just being tainted. If you go through my neighborhood, I'm going to say that at least a third of my neighborhood celebrates Halloween hard. They go hard. I mean, they will go and buy like a 10, 20-foot skeleton and put it in the front yard hard.
Yeah,
right?
It's that same thing on this, where, you know, we live, you know what I mean? Yeah, same thing. I mean, they go all out. That's you know. And
so
it's
I'm not going to go hard in the paint for the other team.
Yeah. And it's hard to, you know, people have to do their own research, because it's not a debate. It's not, you know, just do your research, come to your own whatever. You can't, what they say, if you try and persuade somebody to think differently, they're not still persuaded, because, you know, but.
And they study to show yourself approved. So,
yeah,
you know. There's also one more gum that I actually haven't tried yet, I don't believe, but I actually bought it. Is it called an underbrush?
Okay. Open it. I want to see.
Comes in a 4-pack.
You need to write a list of all these people, because we need to contact them and say, hey, you know what, we've been representing your products, and, you know, bought them ourselves. Isn't there a feast on October 9th?
October 9th?
Let me see. October 9th.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm just trying to open it up in front of the camera here.
Oh. I don't know if I got this from the calendar of the Ish people. We say it like that so we don't get deleted. But they showed that the Feast of the Tabernacles was Rosh Hashanah 2nd through the 4th. But, you know, I don't know. Like I said, tell me which calendar you got yours from. People celebrate all different times.
So this is the underbrush. So if you don't have the ability to brush your teeth, you can pop one of these. I can smell it. I'm telling you, it smells healthy, and it says that it's got they have different kind of our gum base. This is what they're based with.
Yeah.
But it just smells so healthy. It's got a little code on the back for you to scan. I guess, wow, they make it easy for you. Now these look interesting. They look like healthy. Do no calendar celebration of any king.
Yeah.
So
that looks like that one looks like it should go to your dog.
like a little kibble, right?
Kibbles and bits.
Remember that?
Yeah.
This tastes like the earth.
What?
I'm thinking like pine. Yeah.
Oh, you mean like herbs? Tastes like herbs? Okay.
No, tastes like.
I know you like what?
Like the pine trees.
Oh, pine tree. I was say I know we made mud pies, but I can't. Let me say it tastes like the earth. So let me go back and read. So she says, I'm not sure about the 9th. She'll have to tell us where what was the feast on the 9th. And then, hey, wait, yes, I think there's a celebrating holiday. They don't realize it's bad. Yes. And then Daughter of the Most High says, I try to keep up and honor the feast, new moon, Sabbath, and no pagan. And isn't it funny, because the way we were raised, they made us think like the new moon was bad, but that's how they That's how they gardened. That's how they did a lot of things, was by following the new moon. And so it's not on the witchcraft side. It's supposed to be. It's in the Bible, in the Sabbath. Yes, no pagan. And then she also says, I do no calendar celebrations of any king. Yes, little K. I love you, Audra. And then Miss Holly says, I don't remember. And then daughter Musai says, correction kind. Oh, of any kind. Yeah, of any kind. Yes. And you go, like, we are over the hour, sister. We're getting better. We're getting better at squeezing all this stuff in. So I guess the good thing about it is at least I get to celebrate. We get to show you my little thing that's coming in the mail today. And my son will have to help me carry it in. All right. You have to send me.
I like seeing all those O's in front of everything. Organic,
Yeah.
organic, organic.
Take a picture.
I did.
Okay. So this is where we say thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting and keeping up with us. We so appreciate it. Invite a friend. And even if you can't stay on the whole time, go wash some dishes, leave it running. YouTube has been, we're going to say that they're going to start to be kind to us. That's what I'm going to say. Because I'm watching people and they just walking dogs. I'm going to have to get me a fake stuffed animal and pretend I'm walking a dog. Because that seems to be highly rated.
You can watch Scotty for me on the next trip.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I would take Scotty over your grandpuppy. That's crazy how people name their things grandpuppies and stuff like that. But so like, comment, and subscribe, share, tell a friend, watch it again, vacuum the floor, leave it running. I don't know how you could be doing these things, but we do appreciate you guys. And that was such a fun subject. And let us know when you're all ready to come on live. Send me a message on Instagram, TikTok. I'm over there. I'm also on Snapchat, and I'm also on WhatsApp with Miss Daughter of the Most High. Right. So we appreciate you guys, everything that you do. I have a new toy that didn't come in today on time. I better not go downstairs and see it on my step. I'm gonna have to have a talk with my young man over there. But we do appreciate you guys and your time. Thank you for organizing this. We'll see you on YouTube again soon. All right. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. And so what do we say, Audra? We say peace, love, and blessings. Thank you for now, guys. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Ciao for now. Toodles.
Toodles.